Thank you very much, Maria. It's such an incredible opportunity to be here with you today and share a little bit about the progress that the Alliance is making utilizing AI and OR together. What I'd like to start off with is a quick story about how my team began this journey. So about 1 year ago, the Supreme Allied Commander of Europe, SACEUR, tasked us with an executability analysis project. What he asked us to do was understand of the forces that the nations contribute to our force sourcing pool of forces, can we actually execute the military plans that we have on the shelf? So, a fairly basic question that the commander would want to answer. Do we have the right capabilities in order to enable us to execute our plans? So our team, as any data science team would, went first to identify the data sources that would allow us to answer this question. And second, we needed to identify some tools that would allow us to actually successfully complete this project. And what we found is we actually had not only a data problem, we also had a tools problem. So in its current state, we were actually unable to answer that question for the commander. So our team went back to the drawing board, and we had to identify a requirement not only to build a platform that we could aggregate data, but also a platform that would allow us to do the complex analysis that not only this problem identified, but also a myriad of problems across the military enterprise. And so our team went to the investment committee and the military committee and pushed our requirement through. And we were able to implement over the last year several different technologies that allowed us to take some foundational operations research techniques, implement them into a software, and use them for the military decision-making process. And so with that, I'm going to share with you today some of the things that we've built leveraging traditional OR techniques and how we've augmented the speed and the scale of which we're able to do this using AI. So with that, I'll go into a brief agenda of what I'll talk about today. I'm going to give a brief overview of NATO, just if you're not familiar, kind of the basic premise. I'm going to talk about what I like to call the AI-OR ladder, and really how we can use AI to augment many different foundational operations research techniques. I'm going to go into our current innovation ecosystem that we've built for the Alliance. I'm going to go through several of the workflows that we've built, explaining the foundational theory behind. And then I'm going to go into some video and demos demonstrating how we're actually using this technology real-time to make decisions and monitor the battle space across Europe. And with that, for those that aren't familiar, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization is really one of the most powerful